Well, welcome. Today, we're going to explore an idea. And the idea is, are you living in an illusion? Are you living in reality? How do you know what's an illusion? How do you know what's reality? It's a good question. I don't know that I've got the answer. But here's what I do somewhat understand to the best of my ability. I understand that the only thing that's truly real for me as an observer, as being aware, as being conscious, is this moment, now. And I realize that the past, a memory, whatever the mind is bringing from the past into the now, that's an illusion. It doesn't exist. It happened back then, but it doesn't exist now unless we decide to put our focus on it in the now and make it our reality. So the question is, why do we do that? Why do we do that? Why do we bring the past in when it's not relevant and it holds us back? It comes to the idea that the source of everything is a thought. A problem is a thought. An opportunity is a thought. A connection is a thought. A feeling is a thought. Everything starts with a thought. So if we understand that, we realize if it starts with a thought, who's doing the thinking? Who is the thinker? Is it your brain? Is it your body? Science hasn't been able to prove that it's your brain. So what is that that's thinking that? I like to refer to it as my observer. You can call it the soul if you want. There's so many names and everyone has meanings attached to words that we call things. But I call it the observer. And I notice that when I'm having feelings, I like to step back or step out and ask the question, who's in control here? Is it a pattern of thinking that I've developed from past experiences? So I'm bringing the past into the now? Because that's what we do. Almost everything we do is we go into our memory bank, which is our brain, our storehouse, our subconscious mind. And when a problem, an opportunity, whatever comes up, we pull what information we have into this moment and we make a decision based on that. But what we don't realize is by pulling information we've already got, we're limiting ourselves to what we've already experienced. So how do we get to a place where we can pull information in? That's a really good question. The ancient mystics talk about the third eye, the wisdom that comes from the divine. It's a download, infinite wisdom that's readily available to us, but we're not quiet enough to hear it. I haven't said hi to everybody. Hey, everybody out there. Peter, Colin, Anthony, Richard, oh, my Lisa's out there. All my beautiful people that are listening, thank you for checking in. Thank you for letting me know you're there. I feel great when that's the case because I like to know who I'm talking to. Who can I question? How can I question? Here's the interesting thing. I've realized as a teacher, I can't teach you anything. But what I can do is I can ask you questions. And if I ask you questions and then you go within and you answer them, You become your own teacher. So I fully get that the role that I've chosen is to be that person who keeps asking questions. So when people come to me and say, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, all I do is I ask them questions. Questions that maybe open them up to be in the now. Questions to open them up to be able to see that the past is their prison. Do you get what I just said? The past is our prison because it boxes us in because we don't see anything outside of the past. It's a fascinating concept. Fascinating concept. And yet it's very difficult to step into the now, to live in the now. It's a very difficult thing. It's not easy. We have been so conditioned to respond in certain ways, haven't we? So isn't it interesting how Gene and I went to a new restaurant yesterday. I'm not going to plug them, but it was a good restaurant. We came away with a really good feeling about where we ate. But you know what I've learned through the years? Don't let that first impression be the one and only impression. Because sometimes when something's new, it tickles you in a certain way and you just get all excited about it. Wait till you go a second and a third time and see if it meets your expectations at that time. That's the same thing we find that when we meet someone, we meet a new person. That first impression, oh my God, it's so great. Well, why? Well, we're only looking at one part of them. We're not looking at the whole person. We're looking at the vibrational part of them that we like, that stimulated us in the moment that we met them. The longer we get to know someone, we really come to understand that everyone is balanced. Everyone has a full circle of good and bad qualities through our perception. We may like certain people more than others, and we like people. Why? We like people because they vibrate like us. They're on the same frequency. Because realize we're just energy. That's all we are. We're all energy and we're vibrating at a frequency. The people we like tend to be vibrating at a similar frequency. The people we don't care for, that's not good or bad. And none of that has to do with love. Love is about total acceptance. In the now. I may have accepted you yesterday, but if I'm not accepting you now, then I'm not loving you now. Does that make sense? And that happens all the time. Oh, yesterday I loved you so much, but today you're just not living up to my expectations. I don't love you. No, that's codependency, and that's about liking, and that's about behavior where you believe that someone else is the source of your happiness. Someone else is the source of all that you want, and that's never the case. The only true source of everything that we need is within us. But society doesn't want us to believe that, because then if we believe that everything we need is within us, then society has no ability to control us, whether that be through religion, through politics, through business, through social norms, whatever it is. I don't know. What are your thoughts today, gang? You're out there. You're listening to me. What are you feeling today? What is your challenge today? I'd love for this to be a dialogue between us. Here in Dallas, Texas today, it's March. What is it, March 26th? We're going to be 83 degrees. Tomorrow, March 27th, we're going to be 93 degrees. And then we're going to go back down. That's life. Life is, isn't it? Don't be attached to it always being this way, because that's not how life works. Life is always in cycles. And if you ever watch energy and you watch how they measure energy and frequencies, you're going to see what? cycles. You're going to see waves of energy. You have waves of feelings. You have waves of thought. You have waves of emotions, waves of experiences. The only waves that matter are the ones you're having right now, because you can adjust the waves you're having right now. You can't adjust the waves you had yesterday. You can't adjust the waves in the future. Do you get that? You can't adjust them. You can only adjust the now. So the question I ask all the time is, who do you choose to be today? And from choosing who do you choose to be, what do you want to do with you as you are? Who do you want to become today? Who do you want to be today? And then knowing that that's who you're going to be, what are you going to do? How are you going to create from that place? It's a great question. If you can ask that question every morning, my God, you'll set your life on a whole new trajectory. So today, Jean and I are going to do something fun and different. I don't know what's fun, but it's different. We're going to go get a vitamin infusion. Yeah, we heard about this. I wish I'd have known about this during COVID, because they say that this would have really helped it. It just causes it to heal that much quicker. And so we're going to have a vitamin infusion, IV. They put an IV in, and for 45 minutes, you sit there and all these vitamins get put in. So your body gets juiced up. I'm really curious to see what that's like, because I know I've got vitamin deficiencies. We all do, because the soils and the plants and the foods we eat don't have all the natural vitamins we can. And a lot of the vitamins we take in with pills and stuff, we just pee them out or poop them out. Never get to us. So I'm wondering if this is different. Now, I've had some people that I know get it, and they're very high about it. But you know what? Just like I tell you, don't believe a word I say, because I don't believe a word anyone else says. I go try it and prove it for myself. So Jean and I are going to do that today. So I'll let you know what it's all about if you want to know. I don't really have much more I want to say to you today. The only thing I want to say to you today is live in the now. Live in the now. Be the best you could be now. Don't worry about what you were yesterday. Don't worry about what you're going to be tomorrow. But in the now today, be the best you, because you can't do anything else. With that, thank you for being with me. I love you because I accept you just like you are. Go create a great day and just be you. Aloha.